Champions and Realms Unraveled, and I already have an interesting decision. Because Riftgate Conjure and a 5-0, I mean, that's hard to pass. Shadow Stalker is also good because I want to get a lot of banishing going on early, but I think I'll probably be pretty happy with either the Guide of the Lost Souls or the Shadow Stalker based on this board. And since I have a 5-0, I'm going to go ahead and take the Riftgate Conjure. Might have made it even more interesting had that Muse of Rebirth been available on the first pick. But with Wailing Spectre and Terrorizing Fiend out there, some good reasons to go with the Conjure. So Turtler had a 4-1 and chose the Guide of Lost Souls over the Muse of Rebirth. Kind of an interesting choice. I guess he may be thinking along the same lines that there's a couple of pretty good monsters out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue buying Void cards, and I wanted that Banisher anyway. And so let's see what happens here. He's probably that may be why. Actually, that's why, because he knew that I had a 3-2. And he knew that I couldn't take the Muse of Rebirth, and so he took advantage of that to get the 3-cost card so that I couldn't have it. Okay, smooth. So got Conjure, got Stalker, a lot of good monsters. So now I have to decide: do I want the Undaunted Scout, or do I just want to go Mystic and pick up an extra reputation? I'm not really wanting to go all in on power. But at the same time, a rally is pretty nice, and I already do have one good power card, and I'm probably going to want some more power at some point. But I do want to get some runes going. I think, because I don't really want to open a spot for him, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Mystic and pick up the reputation that way. I think at this point, my first 2 turns were a little bit better than his were, so that makes him open the spot up for me. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully I'm going to draw with the Terrorizing Fiend because there's not a construct out there that I really care about, and see what opens up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and buy my reputation before I shuffle with Shadow Stalker to get some extra banish here. And then I'll get my Banish. And then I'll buy a Mystic. Because I'd like to go, I think now buying like Adam and Conversion Port is going to be real good if we can get there. I also, since I have the power in my deck that I do have, I have a good shot maybe at hitting like Prototype into Conversion Port. Unfortunately, that won't be happening this time around because I've got 3 of my power and not 4. So, looks like I'm just going to banish an Apprentice. And maybe one more Mystic. Kill a Cultist. Okay. So, Shadow Stalker has paid off twice for me now, which is really nice. But again, I think that I really do think that the Conversion Port's going to be a big play. Maybe not completely game deciding. It's going to be real good. I hope he doesn't get it here. This could get it for 4 if he has 4. I know. I feel like he doesn't have it because I don't think he would hesitate at all to do this. Okay. So, let's see. He has, I think, Forgotten Scripture is always a nice card. He does have Guide of Lost Souls. I don't think he has any other Enlightened cards. I don't have any, but it doesn't mean I won't want it. I think I may want it. Because once I get my whole deck banished, which I'm well on my way to doing, I think that drawing a bunch of extra cards at some point might be really good. I certainly don't want to give him that as an option. However, I don't want to do anything that's going to get in the way of me being able to purchase the Adam and the Conversion Port this time around. because you can't go all in on one card, so I'm going to go ahead and get that Forgotten Scripture, and it's going to get in the way this time, or possibly get in the way. So, that's kind of the things that you have to sort of balance those thoughts out, I guess. You could have just as easily not gotten in the way at all. So, Library Familiar is definitely a pretty nice card. So I'll be happy to have it. There's nothing better I can do this turn. And see, so it looks like probably my Scripture wouldn't actually have gotten in the way, because my next card would have just been a Riftgate Conjure, just would have killed Sower. And so now I have it in play, ready to go, and hopefully I'll get some Enlightened cards and flip it. This could be a pretty good late game deck. We're still early, and I've done some pretty good banishing. So, okay, so it's going to take the Lifebound Construct. Makes sense. I should be turning these sound effects off. Sorry about that. Hopefully, I just realized that my sound may not be up high enough, so I hope that people have been able to hear the commentary. Not quite sure sometimes how this recording stuff works. Hopefully that's not a problem. Okay, so I'm looking at, I do want Time Stream Seer, and I also want the Click to go with it, but let's see. He's much more likely to be able to keep the Click than I am, but I don't want him to be doing that, so at times it's just more important to take a card like that to keep him from having it. Of course, if I draw Militia, I'm not going to have a choice, and I did. So I don't think I had a choice but to draw Militia either. Yeah, I had 2 Militia in deck. The other card's a Militia. So sometimes, but I needed to banish. I need to make sure I get my banish going. I guess I could have discarded the Conjurer to avoid that, but so I'm going to take the Seer. The Seer's good for me anyway, because it's a step towards flipping that Forgotten Scripture. And now the best monster I can beat is the Sower, so that's what I'll do. And pass the turn. Getting through there, I've banished like 3 times with Shadow Stalker. Now he does get the Click, and that's a big play. I really would like to, at some point... There we go. Okay, so I'm going to banish some power this time. It's like I don't really need all this power. And I may want one more Mystic, because that's still the best way that I'm going to be... Well, I've got 4 Mystics now, like really, because I've got 3 Mystics and the Time Stream Seer. I kind of want to hold off, but I really want to buy that Adam and Conversion Port. He's bought some heavies over there, so I'm hoping... Let's see. Ugh, that's iffy. Alright, I'm going to buy one more Mystic, because that's the best I can do to make it very likely that I'll be able to purchase the Adam and Conversion Port on this next turn if he doesn't get it first. 7 is still a lot. We both probably realize the importance of that play, but at the same time there's been a lot of other things going on and had to kind of not go all in on them, and it looks like unless something crazy happens here that I'm going to be able to probably purchase those, because I'm going to banish the Militia with my Shadow Stalker and shuffle, and then every card I draw will have to give me Rune. So yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm going to now, I think I want to banish the Lifebound Monster, because that's obviously something that benefits his particular faction. And I'm going to take the Adam and get the Conversion Port for free. Then I'm going to take this Gifted Corrupted Sage here, and unfortunately not get a really good banish. I could banish a Mystic though, and I may do that because it's still early enough. I'm going to have several turns, and I just don't think I need the Mystic. Yeah, I'll go ahead and banish the Mystic, and I'll take the Spike Vixen, and we'll see what happens.